For when I went to visit for the procedure, they got me in and just like the day of the procedure, they had me go sit in a room and undress and told me to strip down. And I was like, I don't want to take off my underwear. But so they let me keep that on and I put on the gown. I guess they do it for the clean room because they don't want any, you can't get an infection inside your um, spinal cord area. You don't want that. So it's very important for everything to be, clean. Um, Although they didn't do anything with my hair, you know, I'd be more worried about like dandruff or hair getting in somewhere, doing something. Anyway, um, so they cleaned me up and they did the procedure and all that. But I was just kind of disappointed because I didn't see Dr. Schultz before the procedure and I didn't talk to him after the procedure. It would have been nice to talk with someone at the procedure to say like, you know, how did it go? Like, what did you think of my ligaments when you were injecting them? Like, you know, either that or like he did say that to me. I don't remember because I was on anesthetic. I don't remember talking with him though. Well, I don't remember talking to anyone about that. I remember somebody mentioning I got a bunch of injections in my neck, but like 20 or so injections. But it's like Dr. Papas, when I talked with him, he's told me like how difficult my ligaments were to inject, which ones were more damaged than others. And I also have no clue on like what physical therapy to do, how long to wait to do physical therapy. Like they just kind of said good luck. Um, so um, I don't know. I mean, there's literature in centeno schultz like website. I think in the book they gave me like for what CCI is and how to treat it and all that. There's like some general information, but it's just like for the money that you pay, you figured it'd be a little more than like just quick get me in, get me out. Although, I mean, he's doing like Dr. Schultz, I think he's doing like 10 a week, so he really does have to. And I think he did something later on, someone else later on that day as well. So he was doing two patients in one day. But I'm not asking for like a lot of his time, just like 5 minutes just to talk and say, like, how did it go? And I still, they're just like, they told me, Alexa, stop. They told me, they're like, it went great. I'm like, how do you know that? like, I don't, like you're telling me it went great, but like, shouldn't you ask me how I feel and see if it went great? Like, it's just weird. And of course, when he went over my MRI with me in person the day before, it was like, hey, your neck's straight, but let's just gloss over that whole part that's super important for your neurological symptoms. But it's just repair your ligaments and hope that fixes everything. I mean, I know that the neck curve is important, but there's a lot of people that don't. And they go see him, and he's like, "Oh, your neck's straight and lost a curve." So anyway, and we're gonna repair your ligaments, and then they go and they spend money on their PICL, and their neurological symptoms don't improve much, because the neurological symptoms are caused by the loss of curve in the neck. Like now, things are squishing on your brainstem, pulling on your nerves, squishing on your veins and that doesn't change when you repair the ligaments. Things just are stronger in the position they're in. You have to do the curve correction, physical therapy to get stuff to move out of that position, or in Atlas orthogonal chiropractics to move stuff out of that position. So, um, and that was not mentioned at all. So that was weird. I don't know. I just felt like everyone was just kind of just get me in, get me out, and see you later. Just like every other doctor I've experienced in the last 2.5 years, they just want me in, they want me out as fast as possible. I didn't feel like anybody cared about me any more than any other doctor I've ever seen. Um, so yeah, just kind of the procedure was unique, but the The experience was your standard experience you're going to get with any doctor, unfortunately. So I just hope they cover this stuff by insurance someday, so it won't be such a big deal, you know. If you need multiple, you can go back. Because that likely one won't be enough for me to live a normal life. And I don't know if I'll be able to afford another. And I'll probably have to get a cranial cervical fusion. That might mess me up anyway, and I don't know, because the idea of having all the strain from my C0, C1 joint and C2, C3 joint, or C2, C1 joint, put on my C2, C3 anytime I bend, that doesn't sound like fun. But goddamn, like, if I can get moving around, like just in the just because of walking through the airports and like and moving around and doing stuff, like I gained 2 pounds. And I feel stronger in my knees. I feel stronger in my elbows, my hands, like everything, my hips, just not moving so much. So I guess I need to wear the neck brace more, move around more, if possible. So we'll see, but that was my experience.